Hi everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let me back up a tad. Hold on. Then you get the full effect. There we go. There. How's everybody doing? All set for Christmas? I'm pretty much there. I'm waiting on one present from my niece that I ordered. It's coming via courier, and it left Reno, I think, several days ago, and as of yesterday it was crossing the border, so we'll see. If it doesn't come, she gets an IOU for it, and I'll see my sister after Christmas and just give it to her. I don't know if we're going to get too many people today just because of Christmas busyness and such, but you get me. I'm wearing Christmas bubble earrings. I'm going to make one of those styrofoam balls that you put all the fabric in. I'll show you one I did several years ago. This is what mine looks like. There's loads and loads and loads of tutorials for these all over YouTube. The one I use to refresh my memory is Jen from Shabby Fabrics. I think it's called? Yeah, Shabby Fabrics. It's like 10 years ago. I just look it up and go, oh yeah, right. I did one of these a few years ago on one of those kind of rough balls for my nephew. That's on my channel in my crafting playlist. It was kind of problematic because of the rough ball, but I manage, and it's the same principle. So, but this one, I don't know if you can see it, it actually has 4 layers of fabric. There's the green middle, and then the red, and then gold print, and then green print. If I hold it sideways, can you, there, that might be better. I probably could have used more contrast between the last two, between the gold and the green. So for this one I'm going to do, I'm using these 3 fabrics. This, just a second, it's this gold with the trees on it. And this green swirly one, and this red. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody coming in chat. That's okay. It's only just 8:30 too. I went on a couple minutes ahead of time to make sure I was good. Okay, let's go in live chat just to keep it as refreshed as possible. Most of the tutorials that I have seen around use a 3-inch styrofoam ball. This one's 4. Same as that one I showed you. So the rule of thumb for the 3-inch balls is to cut your squares of fabric 2.5 inches. So there, a jelly roll is convenient. Just because my ball is a little bigger, you can do more than 3 rows, like I showed you on that one. But I cut my squares 2 3/4 inches. And these particular balls have like a flat, it's a very small, it's maybe not even 1/4 inch. It's a very small area on each end. There's a tiny circle with little bumps in it. And I put a black Sharpie dot right in the middle of it. Because you have to start from the middle and go outwards. So, I am going to use that gold as my middle fabric, like the center part of it, and the other 2 for the rest of it. So, you need 8 squares for your middle, 4 for one end, 4 for the other end, and for the other 2 colors, you need 16 squares, 8 for each side. Make sense? And I've got these super stiff, these pins. They're like steel pins. They're really stiff. There's no way the ball's coming apart. The problem is they're really hard to push through, so I do these balls a little bit at a time because otherwise my fingers kill. And I did grab my thimble just in case. What you have to do to get yourself ready to do this is fold your squares like that so you get a center point. Then you stick your pin through the center point like that. Okay? Put your thumb on the top, hold the pin down, put your first and second finger on either side of the pin and hold it like that. Can you guys see that okay? It's disconcerting that I don't... Okay, I've got my chat box on. What is going on? I cannot see anybody and I can't sign in. Okay, well, let me open in the web browser because it says I have 3 viewers, so I don't know what's going on. Hang on. I'm gonna make it small. Let me pop it out. Okay. No. That's weird. Refresh chat. Something odd might be going on here. Nope, that's live. Huh. Apparently I have 2 viewers. Nope. Okay. Odd. And there's nothing on here either. Okay, well, let's see if I can type something. Enter. Drop that back down again. Oh, well, I see myself. Okay, well, whatever. I guess everyone's busy. I'll just chat at you. Okay, back to what I was doing. So, thumb on top of the pin. Hold it sturdy. Fingers on either side of the pin. Like so. That little black Sharpie mark, put your pin in right next to it. The idea is to have 4 pieces of fabric all kind of touching in the middle, so you don't want to put your pin right on the dot because you have 4 pieces of fabric to go around it and you won't be able to fit them all. So go off your dot just a little bit and shove the pin straight down. That's why you kind of need to have your thumb on top because that's where you got your most strength. Okay, and that looks kind of like that. So then, oh, hold on, just a minute. Nope, messed it up. Just a second. It's been a while since I did this. Okay. Just a minute. I don't think my fold's all that great either. There we go, that's better. Okay. So let me put it in and I'll show you. Oh, hi Lisa! She says, sorry I'm late and can't stay. Work is busy before Christmas. Absolutely, Lisa, I know. No worries, no worries. I wasn't sure who all would be able to come just because of timing and everyone's busy and everything funny's going on, so. Let me see if I can get this folded right, and then I'll show you guys. Hold on, this is the tricky part. Nope, it's got to go down a little bit. Okay. Sorry, I got to fiddle with this for a second. Once I get one going, I'm good. I just got to get the right spot. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Gladys. Hang on, everybody. I'm doing the finicky bit here. Okay, for those of you who just popped in, I'm making one of these. Not exactly like this, because this has 4 rows of fabric. I'm only doing 3. Oh, thanks, Lisa. She just shared my live before leaving. Have a good day, too. Good luck with work. I know how crazy it is. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, hang on. That bauble just fell off the table. Whoopsie. And these antlers are bothering me. Get rid of those. Oh, and there, my styrofoam ball fell down. Good gravy. What's going on here, people? Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay. Put the ball over here. Stay. Now. Thank you, Tracy. This ball's 4 inches. So I cut my squares at 2 3/4 inches. Most of the tutorials out there, as I was saying before everybody came in, use a 3-inch ball and 2.5-inch squares. You just need to have good enough coverage because you work down from each center, so you wind up with like a blank, raggedy looking crazy row right in the middle. But that's what that band of fabric is for. Covers up all the messy bit. Yeah, Tracy's like, you're having a time of it over there. I don't know, everything's like, falling down. Okay, just a sec. Let me get back to what I was trying to do here so I can show you people. It's just... Okay, I put it on my leg and fold it. That's a little bit better. I just got to get the right orientation of the pin in the fabric so that it's covered up. And you can't see the pin head, because that looks dumb. So if I do it like that, and then you fold it like that, that should be fine. Okay, let's see how that looks. We'll pin it and see how it looks. Okay. Where's my thing? Can you guys see that little black dot in the camera? There. Sharpie mark. Hi, Lynn. I hope the light's halfway decent. I have trouble in this room, unfortunately. In the summer, I have too much glare because the sun is... I'm looking directly out a window right behind the laptop, directly east. Now, because the winter solstice is tomorrow, the sun is actually off to the southeast. Not right there, but... Okay. And that's going to show the... Okay, hold on. There's a sweet spot on this. I gotta find it. The idea is to have your pin far enough down your piece of fabric so that when you fold it over, you can't see it. But you also don't want to have it too far down so that the black dot shows. So you got to be careful of where the pin is in the fabric and where exactly I'm pinning it. So I'm sorry that's why it's taking a while, but I have to do this correctly. So I go like just to the edge of my little black dot because I put that right in the middle. That looks not too bad. If we fold it, I think that might work. Hang on. These big pins are such a pain in the behind too. There, okay, got it. All right. Press it down with my thimble a wee bit. Now, okay, there. That's what it looks like so far. Then you fold like that. Okay, good. Thank you guys. The light's always weird. I tried to put the other side light on and it didn't really help, and it's also hot. So, can you see what I'm aiming for here? Bring it as close as I can. That you're trying to make a triangle with the pin holding the top part. That's the effort. So then you got all this flapping stuff down here, right? You got to pin that down too. There's a lot of pins in these. And I only do them a little bit at a time, otherwise my fingers are like, ow, 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 ow. So, on the bottom part of the triangle, I'm going to stick a pin kind of... Don't put pins in your mouth, Kelly. Hang on, I gotta do this over here. I can't see nothing. Hold on. Okay, so try to keep your folds like at a nice tight 90-degree angle, so you know, it doesn't look all cattywampus. Like, it's got to look tidy, right? So stick a pin in the bottom to hold it down. Shove it in down as far as you can. And then one in each corner. So sort of smooth the corner over. Like, smooth the corner over and then stick a pin down in it. And try to do a 90-degree pin too, like straight down into the ball. As much as you can. That was not... Actually, as I said that, I didn't even friggin' do it. Okay. There. Straight down. That's better. Okay. Lynn was just about to type that. Seriously, though, you can find a better tutorial for this. Tons of people have done it on YouTube. Yeah, the Shabby Fabrics channel, Jen... I think she was the first one I saw, because I remember looking for it, kind of like, I wanted to learn how to do one of those balls, and I must have made that particular ball I showed you like 5 or 6 years ago, like a long time ago. And there's also two ladies whose names I cannot recall, but their channel is Wisdom Preserved, and they've done a ball. They do lots of old-fashioned-y things like canning and drying fruit and gardening stuff and different things like that. And now as soon as you put something on here, your ball's going to roll all over the place. So be careful where you put it. Okay, now, next one. Still keeping with the center. Let's give it a better fold. I folded some of these yesterday, and the fold's kind of gone funky since then. So. Okay, there we go. Now, the pin right about there. Now, what you have to pin next is the exact opposite. Don't go around the ball. Go side across, because that way you can keep it straight. You'll see what I mean in a second. Yeah, Tracy says you need a bowl. Yeah, I should have thought of that. I'm using the little depression in my sewing table, actually. It's where I keep my like stiletto and my snips and stuff usually. I just moved it out of the way. So try to stick your pin, because I've got my pin down. Oh, it's not even 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to double check my fold again here when I do this one, but it's right. You're trying to meet the two pieces of fabric with a point in the center. That's the whole premise for this. Yeah. There. Okay, so can you see what I mean? and then fold it again, right triangles. The idea is that you can draw a line through the center of your ball where the middle of the triangles meet up. Like that's the whole, yeah, to keep it straight, that's kind of what you're aiming for. And sometimes you have to take stuff out and repin. It happens. But try to eyeball it as best you can. If you want to be really, really particular, you can draw like a whole line. I've seen people do this with, you know, those laser levels where they put the ball in a holder of some kind and shine the laser and then they draw the line. Oh, here, Tracy, I'll show you the box. You could, as long as they're flathead pins, you can use the dressmaker pins. They are 1.5 inches. Hang on, does it say? Just a minute. Hold on. I don't remember. I ordered these a gazillion years ago. Yeah, it doesn't say. I think they're 1.5 though. You need a decent pin to hold everything down. Like you can't use little bitty ones. But they have to be the dressmaker ones with the flat heads. Because you're trying to disappear it into your fabric. Okay, so I think that looks good to me. That looks like a line that's straight and... Okay. Yeah, they probably won't work, Tracy. You need a good, decent pin. And yes, you're going to have to pin the heck out of this. Be warned. It's something like 200 pins. I don't know. One of the websites I was watching, or channels I was watching, explained it. I don't know. It's a load of pins. So be prepared for that. There. Okay. Get that folded down. That still looks straight to me. Again, bad with the pins in my mouth. Tracy says I like stabbing things. Well, you can do these and kind of work some stuff out, Tracy. But you do have to be kind of slow and methodical about it too. But, I mean, you really got to get the pin in there good. And don't worry about the pins down at the bottom of the triangle, because you're going to overlap the next layer of fabric and you won't see them. It's mainly the pin at the top where you fold it over that you don't really want to see that pin because it'll look tacky. I haven't even cut out my green squares yet. I cut out some red ones because that's the layer I'm going to do next. I'm not sure if I'll get that far today and show you guys or not, but... Okay. I'm going to put another pin here in this side because it doesn't want to stay flat. Actually, never mind. It'll cover up. Okay, changed my mind. So, there's 2. And then you do the other 2. And that's the middle. Let me get the other ball back. Hold on. So that's the middle part. Those 4 pieces make this middle area where the green is. Make sense? So, here's my other 2 squares ready to go. I'm just going to refold them a little bit better because they kind of went not so flat. You can press your squares if you want. You just need to be able to know where the middle is. So do it however you want. Entirely up to you. And the one I did for my nephew a few years ago is not even Christmas colors. I made it to match his quilt. It was white and gray with like blue and purple and green accents. So I made it those colors to match his quilt. You can do anything you want. You can make a Halloween one if you want. Whatever. Okay, Tracy Provis is on the hunt for pins. Yeah. Any kind of sewing store near you will have them, but of course you can order them online too. They're not that hard. Just know that you need lots. So get a big box. I think they're called dressmaker pins, right? Am I not making that up? And I'm fairly sure these are 1.5 inches. Okay, so right... My pin might be... Hang on. Maybe my pin's not in the right spot. Just a second. Let's put that down there and see what it looks like. Nope. Gotta bring my pin down a smidge. If you get dressmaker pins that aren't steel, it'll be a little bit easier to move them in and out of your ball. But these are just happen to be what I have. And I have a humongous box of them, so I'm not using anything else. Would 1 inch be too short? It might be okay, just because you use so many pins and there's so many layers, it probably would be fine. I don't know, I've never used 1 inch, so I couldn't tell you from first-hand experience, but likely it would be okay. You could try it and see how easy it is to stick, you know. A styrofoam ball's what? $1? Like, yeah. If it doesn't work, check the ball out, you know. Use scrap fabric just to see how it works. Know what I mean? Experiment, and then you'll know. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Hang on. I got to use proper eyeballs here. Make sure that that goes right in there like that. And we fold. Perfect. Okay, so as you put the next two in, get the freaking pin down far enough. Sometimes the thimble has to come into play for this. Shove the dang pin down. Okay, so let me fold this and I'll show you. I'm just going to hold it. So the idea when you get your next two triangles, you sort of fold them and like fill in the space, as it were. You know what I mean? See how that looks like there's no gaps between the triangle. Not in the middle, I'm talking about the sides. There's no gap here. You can't see styrofoam ball. This is the most particular of the starting is the most particular. We have to be careful. Once you get on the second rounds, you have to be careful for them too, but it's slightly easier to get everything lined up. Because once you have a good starting point of things lined up, it's easier to line up the rest of it. There. Just pinning this down. Yeah. Sometimes when you're on the corners, be careful how you're pinning, because I already have a pin on the first triangle in approximately the same area as where I'm putting this pin in now. So you might encounter that. So if you can't get it all the way down, just shift your pin slightly. Because you might be knocking against the first pin. Yeah, Lynn says, wouldn't it depend on the size of the ball? You wouldn't want long pins for small balls. Yeah, that's probably true. If maybe you can get a 2-inch ball and use 1.5 inch squares and a 1-inch pin? Maybe. That's a good point, Lynn. Thanks for saying that. You're probably right about that, actually. I've never thought of doing a smaller ball, so if anyone does it, tell me how it goes. Okay, last one. Same routine. About there. Let's see how it looks on the ball. No, I was gonna go push it down a bit more. Just a sec here. I think I can. Sometimes if you can't cover up your pin head good enough, just push it down into the styrofoam ball more. Okay, so let me line that up right. I'm just eyeballing the top of it. There, okay. Push that one pin down farther on that first one because it's making a bump. That looks better. Okay. I haven't pinned it yet, but there's my fourth piece. Yes, Tracy. Bigger balls, big pins. Hello, Joe. Thanks for coming in. Vintage Style by Joe. My friend from New Jersey. There, get the idea? This fabric might be too printy, maybe, because it'll be some cream and some gold, but I think in the long run it'll look fine. You could do this with solids and it would look fantastic. Absolutely. Okay, now, oh shoot, hold on. There. There. There, my finger slipped. Okay. Pin the bottom. Excuse me. Okay. Go down there. Come on. There. Sometimes when you get to the fourth piece, yeah, just a minute, I gotta, hold on. You can kind of, if you're not quite covering the styrofoam, you can just kind of like swoosh the fabric a little bit and shove it over a little bit with your finger. When it's all done, you're not going to know. But I'm trying to just be a little bit more careful of where I'm putting that one. And sometimes, like the last one here, it's going to overlap. That's okay. It has to look tidy up at the top before you get the next fabric on there. What it does at the bottom is kind of irrelevant. Okay. Oh, goodness. There. Okay, come on. All right, there. Okay. Let me have some coffee. Joe says, "Oh, pretty. Yes, thank you. They do come out really nice. When it looks kind of like a hot mess until you really get it done, but they turn out pretty good." And yes, this is a Tim Hortons mug, but I'm actually drinking Starbucks coffee. Okay, now, I recommend watching somebody's good tutorial about how to do like a basic one and where to put the next, how far down to put the next row of fabric and stuff. But that's also kind of up to you. So it's kind of hard to see on this one just because of here, maybe on the top there. Can you see that? If you want to show more of your center fabric and make it a bigger looking star, then put your second fabric farther down. You know what I mean? Hi Deb S, good morning. So, let's see here. If we do, I think on that one I did a 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8. I don't remember. So the second fabric is this red gold stuff. So let's just do an experimental, hold it up to the gold and see what we like. So a 1/4 inch. Okay. Now the next thing too, when you do the second row, do your first 2 pieces of fabric over the last 2 you just did. Like, don't start in the same spot as where you started. You did 1 and 1 and then 1 and 1. Start with the last 2. Does that make sense? Hi Tracy H. Lynn had to step away. Neighbor knocked on the door with a small gift. Oh, that was nice of your neighbor. Okay, so let's say that's an eyeballed 1/4 inch. So I might do my pin right about there. Now, on the second row, you're doing 8 squares. That's how you make the star in the middle. So, you do the opposite 2, like you do your first 2 second row on the last 2 of the first row. And then you do opposite again, and then you do, like, and you fill in in all the corners. Does that make sense? You got to do it kind of slowly and methodically. If you're really particular, take a tape measure, you know, a flexible one, and measure down and make yourself a little mark. Okay, that's 1/4 inch, that's an 1/8 of an inch, or whatever. I just eyeball it. You do you. When it's hanging on the Christmas tree, nobody will notice. Okay. So let's see. I'll put that in there. That's the one I just did. So I'll do that one first. And place your pin for the second row right in that folded over open area. Like you have a nice line running down, so that's your center. You know where to put it. Here, I'll kind of stick it in kind of in position. So about a 1/4 inch right there. Yeah, that may be a bit small. Let me back it off a little. Let's go. What's that? Well, maybe that's not quite a half. A bit more than 3/8 maybe. There. Okay, can you see that? The pin is right in the folded area from the first square, or the first round of squares. So, same procedure, push it down far enough, fold it over, and then your fold line on this row carries on straight with the fold line from the first round. See what I mean? Pin it down. Just a minute. That moved a little bit. Hold on. I think that's a good enough distance. If you guys go back in my crafting playlist, you will see the one I did for my nephew, and I think I showed you the method better because I was like getting close with my camera. It's just a rough ball, and it looked fine in the end, but it was kind of a pain in the behind to do. These smooth ball, you get a smooth ball is way better. But I don't even know where I got that rough one from. It was all I had, so I used it. So, yeah, I think that'll look good. That's a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. But not, maybe it's about 3/8. I don't know. I'm not sure. Now, at this point in time, as you're decorating up your ball with ribbons and stuff, if you want, you can put a fancy pin right in the middle. Depending on what your fabrics are and stuff. Know what I mean? Like just a decorative type pin with sequins or pearls or something. Okay, pin this one down. And fold. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alrighty. Smooth that over like so. That. Don't need two. Yeah. Come on, cooperate. There we go. That look alright? Yeah, my line's a little off. It pays to be precise on your first square for the second row. And sometimes you do have to pin it down and go, you know, eyeball it a little bit. So just a sec, let me fish these pins out. Because I gotta shift it over just a touch. Okay. Now, hang on. Eyeball it carefully. Yeah. Okay, that looks better. Now, pin in the middle. Your Christmas prep all good, everybody? My husband went yesterday to do the final grocery shopping with his dad. And today he's going out to pick up our fresh turkey at the butcher shop. My father-in-law's already paid for it. My husband just has to go get it. And then we're having a family dinner with our kids and my parents on Sunday. And we're going to make the brine for the turkey and get it brining. We are hosting Christmas dinner. That looks better. Again, this is also more important at the top where it meets up than what is going on down here, because you're going to put another row over that, right? So that looks better. I will pin it, the other one, on the other side and double check it. Just in case. Because sometimes it's easier to see when you have two on there than just one. You know what I mean? Then you can line it up across. So let's see. I might repin that. But then again, it might look okay. So, there. Okay, I'm just looking here. I'm trying to get as much light as I can. So eyeball your distance down from the middle. Put your second row at the same distance down from the center as you go around. Whatever distance that is. I mean, you can eyeball it, close is good enough, but like don't make one like way up and one way down. That you won't get a star that way. Okay, so right about there. Hang on. No, that's too far up. Lynn says we go to our daughter-in-law, so no shopping except the wine, which is our contribution. We do help with the cooking. Yeah, we do everything together too. We take turns because my mom and dad are hosting Christmas Eve, but we just do like nibbles and appies and stuff. It's not anything formal. It's just cash. And then we do Christmas here. So next year, it's the opposite. Our friends join us on Christmas Eve because they're good friends with my mom and dad, and we all cruised together before and everything. And so, yeah, I didn't do that on the right distance. Maybe I should measure these, but let's see. Let's fold it and have a look. That's actually not that bad. I think. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to move it over a tiny bit. And on Boxing Day, Lynn and Tracy Purvis, you know what Boxing Day is because you have it too. My American friends don't get it. Oh, darn. No, I'm kidding. On the 26th, that's Boxing Day. That's a holiday. Nobody has to go back to work the day after Christmas. Not in Canada. A bit far down. My family get together and not until New Year's Day because of the way the holidays fall. Yeah, some people are working between the holidays. Yeah, for sure. My son is working on Boxing Day actually, because he's a brewer. I don't think the tap room's not open. There's no customers, but they're brewing. Well, he gets time and a half, so why not, right? And he is going to join us for dinner. He'll just be a bit late. We're going to my father-in-law's and having pork roast, which we are all cooking because he's 91 and he can't do it. You're just doing it at his house. I'm having a hard time getting this other side one the right dang length. Yeah, for an extra day. Yeah. I have to go to the eye doctor next Friday, the 27th. That's like a kind of a regular working day too, right? My son is working Christmas Eve, but only until 4, I think. And our daughter has Christmas Eve off because the vet clinic is closed on Christmas Eve. There, that might be better. I don't know. I might have to do this off camera because I'm not having a good time with this one. Yeah, sorry everybody. This is not working. The second piece is not cooperating for some reason. So, I'm just going to finish my coffee and chat. Oh, for those of you guys who missed it at the beginning, this is going to be row 3. And probably I haven't made up my mind yet, but when I get around to putting the band around the middle, I think I'm going to go back to that cream and gold. I've got enough. You need like, oh, I can't remember. You have to kind of like put your piece of fabric around the ball and make sure you have enough. 10 inches maybe? So like start at pick one side to be the top and you fold your fabric, press it so that you have nice edge, right? You can also make this as wide as you need to, depending on what raggedy bits you have in the middle of the ball. Just cover it all up. Or how close you've gone with your other fabrics. Again, depends on your ball. But this is the finish up and cover up all the sins. Right? These are all Robert Kaufman Holiday Flourishes, Joe. Joe says Pretty Fabrics. I use these all the time. Because it doesn't matter what year it is, they all go together. They have a whole, depending on your decor, like my mom's all silvery, so I made her one of these balls with like red and silver and like a silvery white and black with silver. Looked really cool. So figure out a top, put a couple pins in your fabric, wrap it all the way around. You don't have to pin in the middle, just wrap it tight and then pin again at the top. And then whatever bow you want to do, again, pin the heck out of it. So you're going to have a whack of pins right at the top of your ball between the two fabrics coming together and your ribbon holder and your bow if you do a bow. Whatever. You can stick a button on top of it and put a ribbon through. Whatever turns you on. Lynn says, I prefer silver to gold. See, there you go. You can make it with cute fabrics. You can make a Halloween ball. Whatever. Just make sure you have a nice long hanger if you got a big ball, because otherwise it looks dumb. Oh. So yeah, sorry about that, but that second piece of fabric was not cooperating, and I got to do that and like concentrate and not talk at the same time. I'm not even sure that I'm going to get too far finished with this ball. I'll do a few more, like I'll make sure that I get one row in, but I'll probably just put it all away for a little bit. Again, I also can't do too much because of my fingers. It's just shoving the pins get sore. Could you glue a piece of felt on top of the pins? Probably. Yep. I don't see why not. As long as you cover all the pins up. I mean, if you look closely on this one, in the very middle, I don't know if you can see, in the very middle, two pins are visible where I put that ribbon holder on, the hanger. But I poofed up the bow, right? Because this is wire, and when it's hanging on the tree, you can't tell. But yeah, a piece of felt would work just fine. It might fray eventually, though. I mean, felt's pretty good. It doesn't really ravel, but over time it could. You know what I mean? After 10 years or something. I don't know. I've never used felt, so I don't know. But that's a good option, Joe, actually. Oh, it's getting cold now. My husband's probably left. He had a massage appointment this morning. And then he's going to go get the turkey and all that, so. He's out and about this morning. Yeah, I've just got to putter around today and do a bunch of chores and stuff. Put some wine in bags to give out to people. We are potentially having dinner guests. Our friends are probably coming over tomorrow, but their daughter is very pregnant and the due date was yesterday, the 18th, with nary a hint of anything going on. And the daughter and son-in-law live in Kamloops, which is a good 2.5 hour drive, sort of northeast of us. So if I get a text from her tomorrow that the daughter's in labor, then off they go and they're not coming for dinner. But baby could be going on Christmas. Who knows? Babies have their own ideas. I've been thinking about, you guys, the quilters all know Allison. Alice Seen Stitching. She's one of the mom and pop moderators. Her daughter-in-law is getting a C-section today, I believe. Scheduled, because she's having twins. I'm pretty sure it was today. Allison's been talking about it for the last little bit. Ooh, a Christmas baby. Yeah. A good friend of ours, his birthday's on Monday, on the 23rd. My husband's was the 12th. Last week. Almost. My dad's birthday's just after, on January the 5th. So, I was thinking, I mentioned this yesterday. I did film a little clip of me starting on a new Christmas project, cross stitch. It's going to upload tomorrow. And I was talking about next year, because I've been watching people's, whatever they want to call it, Flossmas, Quiltmas, whatever. 12 days of Christmas, 24 days, whatever they want to call it. Lots of people are doing lots of different stuff, and I like all of it. Lynn says, hoping things go okay for Allison's daughter. Oh, Tracy Probus, are you going to do the meetup? Everyone's going to California, right? I think you guys have been talking about it. That'll be fun. I want to see lots of footage on everybody's channel. Tracy H is working on laundry, so she's in now. Yeah, that's what I got to do again pretty soon. That's going to happen once I get off of here. So next year I might do some kind of 12 days of Christmassy thing. I don't know what yet, though, or what fashion it'll be. But because my husband's birthday is the 12th, I can do like the first one then, and then 12 more days, and that should finish up on Christmas Eve. I guess, maybe, I don't know, I'll think about it. I'll think about it over the year and decide if I want to do it and how I want to do it and whatever. So what are we at now? 9:26. Yeah, I've been about an hour. Probably should call this, since I was having technical difficulties with my fabric. I don't know, maybe my eyes are just crossing after doing this for a while. I can't see nothing. So, we shall see. We shall see. I don't even know if I got time to finish it today. I might just put it all in a bag and I'll work on it in March or something like that. I probably won't even put it on my own tree because I got that other one. That's going back out on the tree as soon as this is finished. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I might give it away as a gift. We shall see. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I know everyone's really busy and it's hard to watch videos and stuff all around. Case in point, the other day, I did another video about that wolf quilt, about how to get the pieces together. Like to sew an assembled chunk to another assembled chunk to make the seams all match up and everything all in line and everything. And I think it's okay. Like, I've got some comments. I've got, 40 views or something. Whatever, doesn't matter. But the previous two, there was well over 100 views. So and I think I uploaded it on Tuesday. So obviously everyone's massively busy. Fair enough, I get it. No problem. Everybody can't watch everything. I will eventually work on more of the Wilk quilt, and I'll show you, though. Because I've had, like, sporadic tiny bits of time where okay, let's sew these two pieces together. And press them, and then I'm done. Like, that's kind of how I've been working on it. Lynn's got to think about dinner. Yeah, what is it? Is it what, 4:30 there? In the UK? I'm guessing. Because I usually watch Nicola's lives on Sundays, and it's 11:30 for me, and I think she says it's 7:30 for you guys. I think. Because I'm on the western coast of Canada, so I'm in Pacific time. I'm the same time as Allison in California. We're all Pacific time. And you East Coast peoples, like Joe, you're on Eastern time, right? And then Laura Lynn is on Atlantic time because they're in Nova Scotia. Marie H. Hello! Hi, Kelly and everyone. Sorry I'm late. First time catching live. No problem, Marie, but I gotta shut it down pretty quick because I've already been on for an hour. Watch the replay if you have time. There's a lot of content out there, Kelly, so my notifications are pinging all day. 5:30. Okay. That was kind of a guess on my part. Alright, so, yeah, I've been here for an hour. I can't do anything more than that because it's bothering me. So, that's it. So, my sewing machine broke on Wednesday. Deb! Oh, no! Took it to the shop on Thursday and they said it wouldn't be feasible to fix. Oh, no! Uh-oh. I'm so sorry, Deb. What are you gonna do? Get the shakes. Can't sew. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. That's bad. That's bad. But I really do have to go. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, Marie didn't get a notification. I don't know. YouTube does weird stuff lately. And I've lost like 5 subscribers. I mean, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine. I get it. But it just like all of a sudden, like, where'd everybody go? I think maybe YouTube's doing that weird drop off of your subscribers thing like it was doing a while back. So everybody just check and see if you're actually subscribed to me, because maybe it dumped you without you knowing. I've had that a ton of times. I've assumed I'm subscribed somewhere, and I go back and look and I'm not. What the... Anyway. Okay, I'm not going to go on a rant here. We got to finish this off. So... Oh, Deb has an original machine. Okay, good. Thankfully you have something. Bye, everyone. Yeah, YouTube must be having an issue. Sorry, Marie H. I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on. Merry Christmas, everybody. I will see you around YouTube as much as possible, and I will do my next live in 2 weeks, which is January the 3rd? I think, yeah, the 3rd. Happy New Year to all. That'll be the next one. Anyway, mwah, mwah, mwah. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.